Aditya, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. So you have an idea why did I invited you to this channel?
I think I have some idea, but it would be nice if you would tell me about it.
Yes, I just wanted to provide the insiders about the program of Humber. Especially today, we'll be covering about the sports business management, which Aditya has been graduated from that program. And the main motto of this program is just a page and overview about it. But I want to provide more insiders. So if the students are investing heavily, they should know all about the program. So that's the main motto. And here with the information Aditya is gonna help us. So Aditya, tell me why did you choose Humber?
So the reason I chose Humber was when I thought of coming to Canada when I was doing my research. I had like three colleges in my mind which I thought was great or good enough to study. One was Humber, second was Georgetown, and another was I guess York University.
Hmm.
And all of these three, I chose Humber because I looked at three things. At first, I checked up all what programs are available there and what I wanted to do in life. Secondly, I chose the Lakeshore campus because it's right next to the lake. It's
It's
a
the
great
beautiful
campus.
campus I ever went.
Um, I am pretty sure like it's one of the best campuses to go on. Did you know like Humber had three or four campuses? Now it's only two. Like they shut the Orangeville campus, so there's only two campuses with Humber right now. One is Lakeshore and another is North Campus. I could be wrong, but the Lakeshore
Yes.
is the prettiest. That's the second reason. I did kind of research why and what kind of students or like professors or professionals have actually gotten out of Humber and succeeded. And I found out that Georgetown and Humber are two colleges which really have good faculty, good people there. Why I chose sports business management? Why out of so many courses and programs I could have taken was because I had a background in sports. I used to work as a sports analyst back in India, and I really liked it. I totally understand how uh, like the education and sports in India is completely different from out here. So I wanted a program that would like get me into the sports field. That's out.
Um, yes, sorry to stop you, Aditya. I just wanted to make one. I just wanted to ask you one question. So, since for me, I'm not a sports background. I don't have a sports background. But since still I'm interested to go with the sports business management, should I take it? What do you recommend?
Um, I'm pretty sure every person in life has done some kind of sports. Uh, like you've played somewhere at least, or you've had a liking towards sports. So sports business management is this course which gives you like an overview about sports. How is it played in Canada? Not how is it played, but how is it governed in Canada. So it talks about the laws uh, governing sports bodies. It talks about what kind of sports bodies are there. It talks about how many levels of sports can a person play or participate in. So it gives you like a complete hierarchy level view of what how to run a sports business or an organization. So there are 2 semesters, and every semester like there are three semesters, and
Aditya, just a minute. Before we go to the semesters, I just wanted to know, it just only focus to the Canada, or it's all the sports management applies to every part of the world. If supposingly, if I want to study and go back to my country and implement those theories and practicals, will it be valuable?
oh, so that's a great question. So during my program, we had this guy called Chiro. Chiro was from Japan, so he had traveled all the way from Japan to Canada to study sports business management, and he completed like almost a semester, and then during his studies, he got a call up from one of those Japanese football associations. I guess he got appointed as one of the on the coaching staff of one of the teams in Japan, and he had to leave his course and go back. So I think I believe, I don't know if he had expertise from back home or something, but I believe studying something in Canada must have gotten him or made him apply for that opportunity. And I believe he's doing pretty well. Like when I see his posts, I mean, like it's in Japanese, so I have to like use translate to understand what he's saying. But when I see his posts, I realize, wow, like sports has so much potential in life. Like uh, the knowledge that is imparted, it's basically something which will be able you will be able to transfer it towards other skills as well. Like there is sports finance, so they're teaching you about how to manage sports accounts. They're talking about promotions, they're talking about advertising in sports, so it's like a holistic view. But I believe you can take this skill to some other country, and you can if you have this like liking towards sports, I'm pretty sure you'll succeed anywhere else as well.
Okay. Since you mentioned all about the sports, I just wanted to know, do they teach us from the scratch, like basic? Because I'm interested in the sports, but I don't know nothing about the sports. So
uh,
what's your concern?
uh,
What's your answer to it?
so I see. I was, I am from a sports background, so that is kind of a thing. But I had people on my batch that weren't from a sports background that found it pretty interesting as well. So like, could I be able to talk about specific courses?
Yeah,
Like,
for sure. You can go for it.
yeah, so courses like people management and leadership in sports. It basically talks about how do you become a leader, or how do you represent a team. What like it talks about what laws you have to follow in a game. Uh, it talks about even trivial things as why cheating in sports is like a bad thing, and it kind of like I felt like, hey, I know all of these things, but wow, there is a law behind it. I never knew like so and so law governs it, so it's amazing. Like in the first semester it's more about marketing, leadership, people management. uh, in the second semester it's really about uh, how what products or what goods, how to sell those goods, like sports sales talks about it. Then there is like a sports seminar series is where our professors usually talk about how to develop your profile according to the sports environment. So there are talks about LinkedIn, there are talks about networking, how to network in sports and things like that. uh, and like there are certain assignments or projects which are completely interesting. uh, like one of those projects that I did, fortunately I graduated before the pandemic hit, so I didn't have to do all those virtual thingies. But uh, that's the whole reason why I like the course, which it was very practical. One of those, we had one assignment. So the entire the entire post graduation batch every year gets an assignment in sports hosting. The assign sports hosting and special events. The assignment is that we have to host a live event. Basically, it's a live event for graduated or graduation students from the sports background. So the bachelor's program, which is like a 3-year program, gets like a graduation ceremony, or like a post graduation meetup before they like get off and everything gets over. So that gala is hosted every year by the sports business management students. It's an assignment for us where we form teams. Like we bid for an idea, like a theme. There's like the entire class is bidding towards an idea. The best idea chosen by the committee will be will become the theme of that event. And then inside the event there are multiple other things happening, like a team is handling the hosting, a team is handling what needs to be given, a team is handling the games. It's basically like a mixer, like it's basically like a mixer where the entire batch like meets up and they have a good time. It was a real sport. So Humber booked real sports for their students, which was like amazing. When we got inside, it was our batch which was working, which is pretty unique and pretty, I say, it's very direct. I call it's a great live example where we've given an actual budget. We're working around budgets, we're working around themes. Obviously our professors are involved, but our marks are based on how well we perform, or how well we met our criteria. So an entire plan is made. a written plan. We're making plans, we're making themes, we're making diagrams, we're making artwork. So it's like a group effort, which is great. I didn't find it in any program. There might be great opportunities elsewhere as
So
well. I do not deny it.
so you covered the practical part. Do you think, what about the theory part? Do you think this course program had some any theory part to it?
Yes, of course. There was a lot of theory. Professors gave us a tough time because uh, usually sports is something which is like it's practical, because you're playing. And when we're sitting in class and doing all those slides, it kind of feels like, oh, it's boring. But our professors were good enough to like really make it interesting for us. Like one of our professors, Mr. Stacy, amazing professor. He spoke so nicely. He spoke really to the point. He was very interesting in his approach. Like I'll tell you one thing. Like it's an incident that happens every semester in Stacy's class. So in the first semester, Stacy, say a professor was there. So he told us he'll be in the next semester, and we should look out for his ritual. And at that moment we didn't understand, hey, what does he say, what does he mean? But the next semester we realized that our professor has this thing where he goes to first on the first day of his new semester, he goes to his class taking a kettlebell, like a 5 pound 2 pound kettlebell. He takes it there, and he does a jump box squat on the table with the kettlebell. And he did it for the first time, and we all were like, hey, what is he doing? And after when he got down, he told us the meaning behind it. His logic was, if I can't do this box squat with this 5 pound kettlebell on this table, if I fail, I don't deserve to teach this class, and you all will pass this semester.
Oh,
This was amazing for us. Obviously, it might be an icebreaker for him, or it might be an icebreaker for what we should expect, how fun the professor is this semester. It could be an icebreaker, but the logic behind it kind of made sense, man. And I'm not saying it is a bad thing or not, but it's kind of unique. You've never seen someone do that. Like when he bought the kettlebell, and we were completely shocked. See, hey, we know you, professor. You studied with us last semester. Like you taught us last semester, but this semester he's just walking in our class, and he's not like wearing some tracks, or he's not wearing like loose clothes. He's in a proper shirt which is pinned up. His cuffs are on. He's wearing a belt, and he's wearing pants, and he has leather shoes. So he's formally dressed. He's coming in with a kettlebell. So it was kind of funny.
this
But
makes this program interesting, though, I suppose.
yes, I'm not even joking. Our professors are really nice. Touch wood, like it's a
So
good program. And I'll tell you another thing. Another feature of this program is it has this study or experience trip abroad to IMG Florida. So when I did the program back in 2019, I could go to Florida 2019 May. That's when I went to IMG Florida. And I'm telling you, this is one of those trips that every time I've spoken to any Humber student about it, they've asked me what was this program? Like, hey, how did you get to go to USA? And I'm not saying like I don't tell this to people to make them jealous or something. I tell them to like, hey, this is a feature in this program that you can obviously talk about. And I obviously, since I've graduated from the program, I'm like an alum to them. So I obviously have positive things to say all the time. But hey, getting to go to IMG Florida. Like I went and visited real actual sports team facilities. I went to Orlando FC. At Orlando FC, I watched the Orlando versus TFC game in Orlando. So I'm watching my home city Toronto play Orlando, but in Orlando. How cool is that?
and that's a part of the course and the program, if I'm not
Uh,
wrong.
Yes, no, yes and no. So it's offered to this program. So the School of Business, no, the School of Sports and Leisure, like the Faculty of Sports and Leisure, that department usually does it for many programs. So with me, there were a couple of other programs, like around 8 to 10 other programs. So we were around 65, I'm not sure, like 60 plus people together from different programs on that trip, where we had the chance to like do like go to this facilities, and like we went to Orlando FC, we went to Orlando Magic. Great, like I have good things to say. The trip was nice. It gets like you can ask for it, like the professors you give you an option to like get
Yes.
enrolled in that in that trip.
Let's jump to the next question. It would be like, how did you manage since you're an international student and there were the assignments? How did you manage those with doing a part-time job for your surviving as well as focusing on the studies? How was your that struggle?
Struggle was real. I'm not even joking. I'm not. It's for everyone. The experience is kind of unique. Like Canada treats you differently. If I'm not even joking, for everybody, Canada treats you differently. If you have strong will and you have the like, you really want to like make your name or do something great in study wise or work wise, you'll get opportunities. You just need to grab them. I was fortunate. I got a part time when I was studying. Most people don't get it. I Some people get it, most people don't, and I was fortunate. I got that, and yeah, it was tough balancing both. I had this one time where I got this shift. I used to work for TDC. I got this shift between, I guess, 11 and 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. I got this shift. I got it. I booked it. TDC, I was working as a customer service guy. So they usually don't like call in people. If there is a disruption, that's when they call in. I was booked in, and when I went in for the shift, I realized that hey, I have this seminar, which was paid by Humber College for specifically for sports for my program. Humber, we had this sports seminar where it was at it was one of these hotels, and the seminar had international delegates coming there. It was a sports seminar on sports related topics, or about how sports business is functioning or things like that. And Humber had paid for the sports business management program to for us to attend that thing. And it was in one of our assignments. Like the attendance of that seminar was 10%, and there was a report and all those things. I completely forgot about it, and I went to work. So when I got out from work, I obviously couldn't go for that seminar, and it got on my mind that I couldn't email my professor about it, and I had to like I had to pay a fine. I really lost marks in that assignment because I really didn't appear for it. So yeah, like there have been a lot of issues working part time and studying, but
Oth- Other
everybody
than
can do
that,
it.
yeah, other than that, I would suppose once you graduated from the program, what would be the benefit? Like, do you have an internship, or do you have a co-op, or there's a graduation or something like that? Do you want to share?
Yes, so the program is 3 semesters long, and the third semester is the internship. Um, this program, like the internship, is also unique. You need to find a sports organization in the specifications. You need to find in the sports industry. You need to find an organization to work for. Uh, I was fortunate enough to like get like 2 to 3 offers for in 2 or 3 different companies. But I chose to work for Cosmos. Cosmos Sports and Entertainment is this sports organization in Mississauga. I worked there on the GT20 project. So GT20 was Global T20. So through my internship, imagine I went to Humber for my studies. In my third semester, I did an internship where I worked in Mississauga. And through Mississauga, in that internship, do you know IPL, right?
Yeah,
You have an
definitely.
idea, right?
Yeah,
IPL.
it's a cricket.
Yeah, it's a cricket. It's a cricket league. It's coming up, right?
Yeah,
The Canadian version of it is called Global T20. And my company, the company I was working for, was the partner on that project. So I got to work on GT20. They hired me because I was this guy who had the sports background, was studying in
sports again.
sports, was an Indian, was an Asian liking cricket. I'm not
Yeah,
even joking. I met Yuvraj Singh. I met Afridi. I met Chris. I met Chris Gale. I met Sunil Narayan. I was flabbergasted. Like I was amazed. It blew my mind that I was standing in an internship. I was in formal attire inside this event with so many big cricket names, and I'm standing with them, and it's my company that has like put together this league. And I couldn't thank Humber enough for
This
this
is
opportunity.
I suppose this is just an example of Aditya because he's liking towards the cricket. I feel other users will get more opportunity in different kind of sports too. It's just
Sh-
not
sure.
saturated to the cricket.
I'll
And
tell you. I'll tell you.
mhm,
I have in my program. I had other people that worked for the Canadian Olympics Committee. I had people that worked for synchronized swimming. I had people that worked for Ontario Sports. So they worked in and around in different fields. Like I had people working in curling. I had people working in rugby. Not yeah. I had people working for the Arrows. Yeah, I had people working in rugby. I had people working in so many different fields, and in not just like proper admin related jobs. They were working different things. I had someone working as an analyst, a sports analyst. So yeah, there are opportunities. Obviously, Humber does give you those opportunities. So Humber does send you emails regarding job postings. Even for co-ops, there is a good system where the coordinators do try to help you find those. Uh, Obviously, from those resources, and you can obviously find stuff on your own as well. So yeah, there are ample opportunities for even people that weren't from the sports background.
it seems like a complete package. Just a one important question you're missing out. Is it a paid internship?
So, see, that's the dilemma. So, I received two offers. One of the offers that I received was from an organization that was paying me, like I was gonna work as an academy analyst, and they were paying me around, I guess, $500 a week for X amount of hours, but they were paying me for my time. Obviously, technical difficulties, I couldn't get that internship. So obviously, the one that I did was unpaid. But yeah, I have people that have worked paid internships, and yeah, you just need to find those. And if you like, I'm not even if you can do your research and you're willing to work hard, you can find those jobs.
Mhm. So, what do you think the future of the sports management in Canada, in Toronto, if someone wants to pursue? What do you think after graduating to this course? What do you, what's your take on it?
Um, so this is a post-graduation course. Like obviously, if people want like to do a 3-year program, there is a bachelor's program with Humber as well. Uh,
Mhm.
since it's a post-graduation course, usually people try to club it like they must have done a bachelor's or some sort of that. So it's like a bridging course. Like if you have this management background, so it's sports business management. So it's teaching you management and business, and sports is like a bridge. So you want to get in the sports industry, this is one of those courses which will actually help you unlock that final look, give you that final push in your certificates or your education thing if you want to actually get into sports. And yeah, like the alums are also nice. Like you can really connect with ex students from Humber, and even from my batch people are very chill. They're at least on my batch people are very chill. They were very talkative. They really like if you genuinely like message anyone from my batch and tell them, hey, I want to, they will
I
actually talk to you and tell you about how to get and talk about all of those things with you as well.
I would suggest my viewers to talk to Aditya now since he's a graduate and ex alumni. Just so hit him. Do you want me to add your LinkedIn or Instagram ID to the description so that if someone wants to get in touch, they can definitely get in touch with you?
Said LinkedIn works. I don't have
Okay.
Instagram, so LinkedIn works. Let's keep it professional, you know.
Okay, that sounds good. I would add a description of in the description his LinkedIn ID. So guys, ping him if you have any questions. Aditya, do you wanna tell them something if you are missing out, or you think that we covered all the topics?
I think we did cover a lot, like about sportsman. We did like cover most of the things. I believe. Um, I don't think I could. something comes to my mind. Maybe if there is a part two about this episode, I can get in more idea about, because it's been a year and a half, and I have only those memories from my batch which were like very unique, like our professor Stacy doing this, or we had another professor. He used to talk a lot about leadership, and he really used to instill that thing that, hey, you're going to be a leader one day. You can't be slacking at work, or you need to like behave in a certain way, because leaders are those people that people look up to, like people follow. You're the leader of the pack. So it was kind of a thing that it really like molded an image, like, of a sports personality or a guy that wants to work in sports. So yeah, I believe I've covered most of things. uh, do subscribe to
I
that.
I heard that I heard that Aditya has taken marketing before too, before the sports, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, so
Let,
I'm
that would
like,
be part two. Don't worry about it, Aditya. We'll get time to cover that marketing.
I
We'll be
think
covering
i'm
marketing too.
i'm this Humber. I've done everything with Humber, like
Yeah.
everything that Humber can provide I've taken. All services, went to IMG Florida through Humber. Humber gave me 10-year US visa. Imagine.
Oh, that's the
I
best part.
Yeah, like I got to go to IMG Florida, and thank goodness the government in US was nice back then, and I could receive a 10-year, uh, obviously a B1 10-year visa, so I could really go back to Florida if I get an opportunity to try and work with them in the future, maybe.
That's it. So it's a wrap up. What do you think? We had a good content, right?
I I'm totally sure we had too much content. You'll get a lot of editing because
No
we've
worries.
spent
I'm
30
planning to
minutes.
put as it is video. I'm not planning to edit it. Let's see how does it go. I think so. It's
Okay,
more than 15 minutes, I suppose.
it's
You
20
can see.
minutes, bro. I think so. But
Yeah. Yeah. It's
मुझे
I
भेजना
would. I
मुझे
would.
भेजना मुझे
What do you
भेजना
say?
ताकि मैं तुझे भेजूं कि तुझे बताओ कि तुझे कुछ एडिट करना है कि नहीं.
Oh no. मेरे को नहीं लगता. No, let's go in English because we have a different viewers in different part of the countries. So
Okay, okay. All right, buddy. Please subscribe to Pratik's channel. I'm pretty sure he
yes.
is gonna reach 1 million before this year ends, hopefully. Like, fingers crossed we could all be positive, and if I can find more positive people like me, maybe you'll reach 1 million this year.
I'm trying
Positive
hard to
vibes,
cover.
right?
I am trying
Positive
to.
vibes.
I'm trying hard to cover each and every program for the viewers because I was in that side of the PC, knowing that it's just an overview about has a 2 to 3 paragraphs and investing heavily is really difficult and choosing a right program is really important for our career. So that's why the main motive is to start to just give an overview to just they have a clear picture what the career is, how their experience would be with the Humber. That's my main motive with the channel, and I'm trying hard to cover all the topics. As soon as I get the students or someone, I'll definitely get updated with you. Yeah. What
Sure.
part?
You could like ping me. I could like find. I have a lot of friends in different programs.
Hmm.
I have friends in the advertising program. I've had friends from the graphic design. I had friends from global business management. So I could give you a couple of other people, good people that really like enjoyed their program.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
obviously it's an experience that we're talking about, and
Hmm.
I did not have a chance, or I couldn't have an opportunity to talk to someone from this program before I came in. So
Yeah.
when I was finishing, I really thought ki, hey, if someone could like guide me or tell me ki, oh, Stacy is like this, or say this professor is like this and he needs answers like this, or what does he like in his classes attentiveness. He likes people writing from slides or people listening and answering. So I know ki, hey, I need to be at super attentive in this class. Like, he'll give me a pop quiz any moment, and that will like link to my 10% of my course. Like, I had a professor who used to give us pop quiz at the end of the class. One class to give, one class he didn't, like, he doesn't
Hmm.
give. Like, it depends on his mood. but that pop quiz is totally linked to your attendance, like 10% for your attendance,
Hmm.
10% for 20% of your course. You miss one pop quiz, there are 8 or 9 in the entire semester. Miss one, 5% gone. And you're sitting at home scratching your head, hey, why didn't I go? Like, just be there for
Yeah.
2 hours. I could have just gotten, like, there were 10 marks for free. I could have just gotten, it's a true or false that he gives us. Like, the pop quiz is a true or false. True or false question, 10 questions. You 1 mark for each question, 10% of your grade. You get one wrong, you lose 1%. So it's easy marks. It's like cherry picking. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing, no knowledge, just what is there, what he's taught today. That's in the pop quiz. Give those answers, you get grade.
Great.
And that's interesting, right?
That's
Like
fun though. That's fun
that
because you don't have a
that makes
burden.
learning interesting. That makes you can't like bunk any class. And it's just the program semester is like it's an 8 month course, it's an 8 month course, and this go up like takes in 2 months. So in
Hmm.
8 months you are with like 50 kids, 50 students. You have 50 students. From that you might
Hmm.
be able to interact with like 10 or 15.
But
You're like making groups, right?
mhm,
But you're not but in 8 months you need to like talk to as many people as you can, like
mhm,
gain as much knowledge as you can. The more you talk to people, the more you network, the more it will help you in your life. Like all those friends of yours that have graduated now have gone to other places to work, you can message them, hey, like I do that all the time, like, hey, I'm from Humber, like we study together, what's up, what's happening, hey, we're talking, we have this great connection. I'm telling him about what I want to do in life, or where I see myself working, and he's suggesting me places to apply for, or he's giving me advice about. This is free advice. He's already in the industry. Imagine if he endorses you. You're getting the job. People know him, right? People know this guy. He's already working. He knows Aditya. He's saying to his boss, he's giving you an advice that, hey, apply for this position, and he's a reference for you. You're getting that job, man, because he's working already. He's already established, and he's referring you. So you have to be nice, or you need to know some things. And you so that's like a connection, right? And all these connections actually help you find a great job.
that's
So
true.
the in my program, we like everybody mostly is connected with each other with LinkedIn. I don't know, there are some people, if they're watching this, I'm sorry, but most of us are connected. I would suggest LinkedIn is the boss, and you need to
Boss,
like,
I
yeah,
agree.
it's the ultimate boss. You need to like be please LinkedIn. How to please LinkedIn? Make good connections, not like don't add random people, because random people are accessing your connections for free. Add good people. Add people that are in good places, so you could like get a good reference, or you can like talk to them, get how you got this job, tell me, I'm also looking out for a kind of job like this, tell me what should I do. I've really sent my resume to people, like I'm not even joking. I'm friends with this guy on LinkedIn who works for the Canadian Olympic Committee. I sent him my resume. Obviously, after like a couple of Zoom meetings, he charged me money for his time. Completely fine. I paid money because I know this guy is working with the Canadian Olympics organization. He's at this position XYZ where I don't want to reach, but I want to be in that organization, because I think, hey, Canadian Olympics Committee is a is a superb organization. Like a lot of sports, Olympics has so many sports. Imagine I work in one of them. So I made friends with him. I sent him my resume. I went on 2-3 calls with him. Obviously, because of the pandemic, I couldn't like go have a coffee with him, but I would have surely done that. Like I would have took him to Starbucks, paid for his coffee, spoken to him, taken down notes. Ki, hey, what have you got it? What did you do? What did you graduate in? What was your expertise? Whom did you speak to? How did you got here? So these questions matter, and I believe you should like connect with everybody, speak to your coordinator. And these are secret tips I believe will help you succeed in life and also this course.
So let's call it as a wrap up. I think so. I got a lot
Yes,
of information though.
I can talk a lot. I think I need to stop. So, uh, whoever is watching this, I believe this what Pratik is doing is actually unique. When I did came here, nobody spoke to me. I couldn't have this conversation with anybody. Maybe it's my fault that I didn't do research enough to like go on LinkedIn and do what I like, practice what I preach. But I got this knowledge after I attended this program or after I went through the program. So I would totally say what Pratik is doing is he's giving you free and genuine advice that will actually make or break your life, because yeah, it's education. You're spending 16, 18, $20,000. It's not money come from nowhere. People are working hard towards it. And if you're doing a good program, you definitely deserve good results, and what you're doing will actually help people understand and maybe make the right decision. Maybe in your comments you'll find someone ki, hey Pratik, thank you, because if you I did not choose, say, management. I did not choose, say, advertising. I took sports, and I'm working today with, say, Cricket Canada or say, Soccer Ontario or something. And we will talk about it on a different podcast, maybe. Success
For
stories.
sure. Because I'm doing a second podcast with you. That's marketing. That's definitely there.
Sure, sure, sure. Marketing, I have a lot of things. My professors
Content.
were, yeah, a lot. Because marketing was my first program. Like sports was
Yeah.
second. So I was
Yeah.
already
So
seasoned.
let the suspense be there in the marketing podcast. We'll be releasing it out soon.
Sure,
Let's cut this topic over here and let's wrap up. And in the second meet, whenever you have time, we're gonna shoot the second program, which would be the marketing. Or else, whenever you're coming over, definitely we're gonna shoot live. Let the
sure,
Zoom be there, and whenever you're
sure, sure.
coming over, we'll shoot the live. Okay.
Sure, sure. Thanks a lot. Thank you for your time. I wish you all the success towards your channel and also towards what you're doing in life, man. See
Yes.
you soon.
See you. See
See
you.
you. See
Bye.
you. Thank you, buddy.